Oh no, not now. Just hold out a few more minutes. The game will be finished and I'll win. Yeah. Oh, for fuck! Okay, hands up. A little bit dramatic, but at least a dramatisation of something that's been real. We've all been there, haven't we? Mid-session, online, or in a vital moment of the single player, and your machine suddenly decides to pop up the message and kill the controller. Modern machines have improved and become more refined immensely, but once we ditched wired for Wi-Fi, then the need for a more efficient use of electricity has been a constant battle we have waged with our games ever since. Now, you can obviously buy your batteries, used standard ones or rechargeable ones. They all work and last a pretty decent time. But you'll be amazed how many you actually can go through. Certainly if you've got kids like I do who can eat through batteries like no tomorrow. But what if there was another way, another option? Well, there is. There's many options. One of them here is the Venom vertical charging stand available for the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X. The simple solution comes with two 1.8 volt batteries which literally slot into the back where your cover is and replace the cover and the battery section itself, and they just sit there at all times within the back of your pad and allow you to charge it quite simply. So you never need worry about rummaging through the man drawer to try and find yourself some batteries. Now, I know it's not a huge issue, but it is welcome to have rechargeable controllers rather than using batteries. This gives you more than just two rechargeable batteries. It actually adds up to a lot more, in fact. You can stand your console up vertically, which is a big benefit, and it comes with two additional USB charging points. So for plugging into one USB point to power the unit from your console, you then get two additional USB points outside of it. Now, you can also slot in your Xbox One games. Now, I have tried all other types, including PS4, original Xbox and 360, but none of them fit, which is a shame. But they do have a PS4 version which isn't quite the same as this, but it's an option nonetheless. Now, if like me you prefer to own as many physical copies as possible, then you can put your most played 6 games here behind the console and you never have to go rummaging for those either. Now, the biggest benefit here aside the charging options is the fact that it neatens up your entire system. You can see here with the Xbox One X on the left, it already comes with the stand, well, at least the Scorpio version I bought does. So with this new stand you can actually drop in the new console into the stand, and both my S and my X can actually stand side by side next to each other. The one thing of note is the actual slot itself. It won't fit the original Xbox because it's just too fat. The actual slot itself is too narrow, but it doesn't seem to fit that securely in it. It kind of rests on the little bumpers that sit on the top of the console, and this gives it quite a shallow base to sit in. I would have preferred if it was a little bit deeper into the base and cradled it a little deeper, making it feel more secure. Now, if you are going to have it somewhere where there's an option of it being knocked or moved around quite regularly, then you may want to think about this because it doesn't feel as solid as I would have hoped. Once it's in place and sat on the shelf, I had no further issues with it at all. Now, in terms of the batteries themselves and the lifespan, I was getting around a week out of each of them, which it all depends on how long you play yourself, of course, but I play probably around 3 or 4 hours per day on average, maybe sometimes longer. They say around 18 hours, and I can totally believe that. My son, who plays a damn sight more than I do, gets around 2 to 3 days, but that's if you don't charge the pad. The whole point of this is you play the game. If you're playing for like 8, 9, 10 hour stints, if you want to do that, it'll certainly last, and then when you're finished you just drop it into the cradle to charge until the following day. Each pad slot has a little indicator, which is the red Venom logo that lights up when it's charging from flat, and it goes green when it's fully charged. Each one will take around 3 hours, give or take, to go from completely flat to fully charged, and again, like I say, that's 18 hours worth of charge in a very short space of time. So it's a very handy and versatile little way to keep your pad, console and everything neatly tucked away. Now the fact you can have this, your games, and 2 additional USB charging points at the front, which sadly don't have enough power to power an external hard drive. As you see here, I've tested it, it doesn't allow it to work. It will charge other items including your phone, so you get an additional USB port on your console now. The device itself simply powers from the back or the front port of your USB on your console itself, which makes it very simple to use and easy to power up. And because it takes its power from the USB of the console, no extra plug is required, and it will charge all your controllers even when it's shut down on standby. When you weigh it up and think about how much you spend on average per month, it's probably around £5 to £10 or around $15 per month on batteries. Now this is a £30 stand controller and a single all-in-one solution for your console. It'll pay for itself in very short time indeed. And the fact that it will fit both the S and the X. It's a shame obviously there's no version here for the standard console, but that's not really a fault of Venom. That's the fact that console doesn't support being stood up vertically. Now, this is certainly something I would have bought myself and actually have done. I've bought many charging units over the years on many machines. So as an all-in-one solution, you can't really get much better value for money than this. It's not going to win any design awards, and it certainly isn't the most aesthetically pleasing or stable stand I've ever seen, but it allows you to choose both the X and the S in a vertical position, and that is a space saver, along with all the other benefits of charging, dual USB, and the additional slots for games. It really is a good addition to anyone's gaming catalogue, and for the price, you can't really go that far wrong. Anyway, you can check out a link below if you want to buy it from Amazon. This isn't affiliated, I'm just putting a link on there so people can get a hold of it if they're interested in the unit itself. I was supplied this unit from Venom for review, but as always, all my reviews are completely unbiased and honest. And with that, I'm out, but I'll catch you on the next one.